Good morning. Hello. Hi, everybody. It's nice to see you. You are tuned into twitch.tv/bedsource, coming to you live from the Bourbon Zone in the Chronic Illness Autonomous Zone. I'm your host, Alyssa, here with my co-host and transcriptionist, Earl. Let's get some rest today. We had a mid-spring snow flurry where the flakes fell on the blooming magnolia plant. It's such a strange time. The pptppt part 3 is today, and I'm very excited to show you all. So I want to do a quick recap, fast as the wind, because we got a lot to get through today. We only got through like half an act the other day, and so I want to see if we can hit the end of Act 5. And I'm just going to make this smaller for no reason. We have now encountered Satan, May's favorite, Feli, who we turned back to normal by battling her in Puyo and Tetris. And then we turned Rafina back to normal. And now... well...
Harvey, I don't see the Dark Prince anywhere. Goo, goo, goo. Maybe 2 pairs of eyes isn't enough.
So Arle suspects Satan of being behind all the mischief that's causing the Tetris and the Puyo worlds to collide.
I know just the person to help. Goo goo? Are you ready? Hey! Creeper! Hello? Seriously? I thought for sure that would do it.
Hey! Who are you calling a creeper?
Heart of Pack, welcome. Thank you for 6 months.
Less than 3.
Less than 3 to you too. You can't see behind the little transcriptionist, but this person's name is Schezo. And you know, I just want to say, I think I was a little bit overblown with the way that I talked about this before. Like, what is Madou Monogatari? Who is Shezawegi? Shezawegi. Maybe I'm just being too serious about this, you know? This is probably pretty simple, and we should just treat it very simply. So that's what I'm gonna do. I thought I would have this whole thing planned out for it, but Shezo's pretty simple to talk about. So let's just dive in very quickly. If we want to learn who Schezo is, we can look at the Madou Monogatari series, where he comes from. The games that came out before Puyo, that Puyo is a spin-off of. That's easy, and it isn't complicated. That's just, MM123, the game I've been talking about. Except there isn't one MM123. There are 2. One from 90 on the MSX, and one from 91 on the PC98, and they are not the same. Though subtle, there are writing, art, mechanical, character, enemy, and story differences between the 2. And neither is definitive. So there are 2 MM123s, and thus 2 Shezos. But that actually isn't Shezo's first appearance. He actually appeared in the 1989 demo of MM2 for the MSX, which is also not the same as the other 2. So there are 2 MM1s, 3 MM2s, 2 MM3s, and 3 Shezos from the original Madou series. Right? this is a little chart that I made up from information available on the Compile website. Not on the Compile website, on Puyo Nexus, and from a couple of other sources. And this is every Madou Monogatari game and Puyo game that matters from 1989 to 1999. On the x-axis, you have the years, and on the y-axis, I'm grouping together games by what they refer to. So, for example, there in the upper left-hand corner, let me get these schezos out of the way for a second. I do love them. There's the prequel game, and then 1, 2, 3 for the MSX, and then 1, 2, 3 for the PC-98. Everything's color-coded based on different consoles and systems. So Compile, I love the history of Compiles itself. Super, very interesting. It's a little too much to get into right now, but 89 to 99 is really the heyday of the Madou Monogatari and Puyo games. And those 8 games that I pointed out with schezos on them are really the 8 schezos that we have to consider. So yeah. So in looking at all the schezos, it's complicated, right? Because the source material is self-referential. As you might be able to tell from the chart, there are 5 MM1s, 4 MM2s, and 3 MM3s. Except if you count big kindergarten kids, which could be a 6th MM1, but I wouldn't, even though many would. I want to talk about how this world kind of fits together by first talking about MM1 for a second, which doesn't have schezo in it, but will help us establish some basic operating needs that we have. Let's get to it. Here's the story of Madou Monogatari 1. Arle Naja is 6 years old. She attends magic kindergarten, and today is graduation day. In order to graduate, she must enter the large tower in the middle of the school playground. You know, like you do, you have a large tower in the middle of your school playground. To escape this tower, she must fight monsters, survive, and acquire 3 magic spheres. You are Arle Naja, but there are 5, not 1 MM1s. So, you, Arle, will be alone, with no other humans there supporting or watching over you. Or not. You, Arle, will encounter realistic and terrifying creatures who bleed when they die. Or not. You, Arle, will wrestle with your doppelganger. Or not. I'm going to pause this litany here to say that one of these doppelgangers that I'm showing you on screen right now, I don't remember which, I think it's the bottom left one. Most of these are named like doppelgangers or doppel, but one is named Warle. In the exact same naming convention as Wario and Waluigi, there's a Warle. It's so cute. It's the same pun on Waluigi, which is fine. Anyway, you, Arle, will stave off the shadow of the man who will one day devote his life to pursuing you. Or not. You, Arle, will cower before a sorcerer whose body is melting off of his bones. Or not. You, Arle, will watch your attacks fail against him one by one as he inches closer and closer to you with his gaping maw. Or not. You, Arle, will suffer a vision of your friends' bodies melting off of their bones, faces warped, eyeballs cascading out. Or not. You, Arle, will run from this tower as it shakes and self-destructs. Or not. You, Arle, will escape from the tower only to fall from a great height, seemingly to your death. Or not. You, Arle, will survive your trial, reunite with your friends, and graduate from Magic Kindergarten. Or not. Throughout this quest, you, the player, will not know how much health Arle has or how much magic Arle can cast. If you look at these displays up here, there aren't any stat numbers known besides money. That's like the only number that is visible to the player. You, the player, will guess at those values, health and magic, based on some text lines, vocal cues from Arle, and Arle's facial expressions. There are no numbers, so you will never be certain. You must instead sense where they are by being Arle Naja. Thus, you, the player, in pure four-directional first-person dungeon-crawling action will experience, on a narrative and mechanical level, the following. You are a 6-year-old girl. You are doing your best. You are not safe. And you don't know how safe you can be. In the prequel, all else will be the same, but instead you're a 4-year-old girl. That's the story of Madou Monogatari 1, which is also establishes two things that can be said about this entire mini-universe that we're talking about here. The world of these games is 1, violent, and 2, unpredictable. This is what happens when a human can perceive 5 dimensions. I don't know about that. With all that established, what's the story of Schezo? Where, in the prismatic reflection of story and subtext across dozens of releases, consoles, years, companies, is Schezo? How does the violence and unpredictability play out in Schezo? Let's find out. Or not. Last stream, or maybe it was 2 streams ago, I told you all that in Madou Monogatari 2, Arle gets transported into a strange tower and eventually finds Carbuncle, and then leaves and they're best friends forever in whoop-de-doop-de. That is true. Also what happens is that Arle is stopped in the middle of the road by a strange man with white hair, blue armor, and a sword. He says to her, "I want you, all of you." And at the top of her lungs, Arle calls him a creeper. I'll get to that later. And the man, neither confirming nor denying this, puts her to sleep. Then she wakes up imprisoned in a large tower. She's forgotten all of her spells through some kind of magic amnesia. Her head throbs as she tries to remember. There's a dead body in the cell next to her. Or there isn't. She uses her, and I apologize, feminine wiles to trick the keys away from the guards, or she doesn't. And when she comes to the exit of that tower, she faces down the man himself, the Dark Mage, Schezo. I'd like to show you the lead-up and battle with Schezo from MM123 on the PC98. Content warning for blood and flashing lights for the next 6 minutes. So let's go. Just before the battle itself, this red bird comes down from the ceiling and tells Arle to seek out the Rubelcrack gem, which is in a, excuse me for a second, which is in a strange place nearby. The bird offers a powerful magic rod in exchange. After defeating Schezo, Arle will fight her way to the base of the ruins and encounter Satan himself. He will have been watching her, will have fallen in love, and will demand that Arle marry him. This guy she's just met, who is also, literally, Satan. And then when he hears Arle's after the Rubelcrack gem, Satan will go berserk, saying, "No one threatens my precious Carbunny, not even my future bride." Arle defeats Satan and discovers the Rubelcrack gem, embedded in a small, terrified creature's forehead. The rest you know. But back to Schezo. Here he is. Different versions of MM2, later and earlier, tell this scene very differently. And later games will smooth out his character into something friendlier, more palatable, just quirky. He's all those things. But he's also here. Let's watch. So this is turn-based combat. Arle is starting off by selecting... I think that's some sort of buff spell that she's doing. The audio is a trip. Let me turn it down a little. Baby silk moth, hi! It's very crunchy. This was, MM123 was marketed as a voice adventure, voice fantasy RPG. Its inclusion of voice lives is pretty ahead of its time. Well, not ahead of its time, but early on. Thanks for the follow. So they're just trading blows back and forth, right? Schezo on the left, Arle on the right. Arle's still buffing herself, I think, or maybe debuffing Schezo, I don't know. That's very important. Arle just said, "Dia cute." Now this time, listen. There's a Dia cute. Dia cute. So that's 1, 2, 4. Dia cute is a spell that multiplies the power of your next spell by 2. And it stacks. And now, by casting fire with a total of 8 times power through Dia cute, she has bloodied the neck of Schezo. Good morning, Jane! Dia cute. Whenever Arle is saying Yatana, what she means is, I'm at good health. Because again, there are no... Oh. So she has, with magic, beheaded Schezo. His head is god sauce! Exactly. And now his head is angry. And fighting back. She puts him to sleep with a support spell. Casted Violin also, which is cool. Can't believe this scene is in Puyo Puyo. Fuck off. It's true. Level up! And that's it. No, that's it. Hooray? Yeah, it's fucked up. Like, it's fucked up. This scene is widely regarded as the most brutal battle in all of Madou Monogatari. No other version is quite this bad. Not quite this bad, but still, that's a Schezo. You want to know who Schezo is? That's a Schezo. Here's another Schezo. A young man accompanies his class to local ruins. A strange voice snaps him out of his boredom and leads him to a mirror, which grabs him, sucking him into a strange labyrinth. He finds himself transformed, dressed in strange clothes and wielding an unknown magical power. He ventures deeper to fight strange creatures and gain the ultimate ability from this cursed sword. The ability to absorb the magical power of another. After scouring the labyrinth, he finally faces the being trapped in the mirror who summoned him here. Rune Lord, an ancient, evil sorcerer who wants Schezo to be his successor. Schezo refuses, and fights him, and defeats him, seemingly, and leaves the labyrinth. But... okay, I want to show you the endings cutscene from this game, but I want to show you the cutscene that happens just before fighting Rune Lord, the final boss of this game. He's using his magic power to free a trapped spirit. But, like, listen to the music. This should be, like, the culmination of his journey, right? Look at all this power. I feel like the story is an allegory for Schezo's maturation process and from the defining achievements of his young life. The tone isn't happy. Now I want to show you the scene when he exits the mirror, seemingly back to normal. He's panting. He's just made it out. He's the same. Right? He begins laughing. The camera pans up on a man standing over a warped world. Although visually the same, he's returned different. Although he defeated the man who wanted him to be his successor, he inherits his goals for ultimate power, to consume the power of others. He becomes the Dark Mage, Schezo. And then there's a gag bit where his teacher comes back and hits him on the head, and it's a funny moment. But that's Schezo too. A man who was, against his will, sucked into a labyrinth, forced to undergo a trial that turned him into the successor of the man that he thought he defeated. There's a haha funny moment. Just like humor is a big part of all these games, just as much as the sort of the terrifying stuff is, but you know? That's Schezo. That is Schezo! Whoops. There we go. So here's Schezo Wegi. He comes from Magic World with Arle, Carbuncle, Rulu, and Satan. If Arle's the first character from the series, he's the second. Rulu, and Arle are the trio that define the game's three protagonists. He's an immortal, maybe wizard, dark mage guy, a title he inherited from a dark mage who possessed him or didn't possess him, maybe. He's not well-spoken, which sometimes means he's just blunt and says things too directly, but sometimes means he'll... And this is textual to all of the games. To all of the games. He'll say things like, I want you, all of you, or be my desire, when he means normal, harmless things, like, I would like to have tea with you, or I would like to give you a snuggle, strange creature, or I shall siphon away all of your magic power, Arle, which is why I trapped you in this tower. His creepiness actually textually is a malapropism. He does not have perverted intentions, or creepy intentions, but in response, other characters are very quick to call him a creeper, which is how the games localize it, but the actual word that is in the Japanese is hentai, is pervert. When Arle says, hey, who are you creeper, where are you? What she means is, pervert, where are you? And he hates that. He hates being called a pervert, because he just wants normal stuff. Like, being a dark mage. Shit. Over time, he's revealed plenty of soft spots. He likes a fair fight, quiet alone time, and cute things more than anything. Also, he's a great baker. Here's him as a cat boy. He doesn't have many friends and doesn't seem to want them. But he will more than occasionally ally with Arle to face larger threats, especially Satan. So in PPT, he's a gag character. And he's a lot more harmless in the PPT games than what I've described him to be in the past. But his blood drips in his shaded past with the violence and unpredictability of Madou Monogatari. Or not. There we did it! We're back to it, everybody. Catboy! Okay, I like him now. Great. How did he get his head back? Not clear. The games doesn't actually try to make a unified storyline. There are just 5 different versions of the same story. It's like the Gospels, you know? It's like the fucking Bible. Plus spin-offs. Yeah, he's also different in the spin-offs. Was that 45 minutes? Dear fuck. It's all deuterocanonical. I feel unsettled but well-informed. It's unsettling stuff. I'm grateful for you for sticking with me. The point of the lecture series is that you don't need the backstory to enjoy this game. I didn't have this backstory when I first. I was just like, who the fuck are all these characters? Oh well, I'm gonna play Puyo Puyo and Tetris, maybe even at relatively the same time. Okay, you want to play a little bit more? No, I'm not gonna ask you. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play a little bit more.
Whoa!
He just showed up.
He actually came when I called!
I am Schezo, the Dark Mage.
That's who he is.
And I demand you stop screaming Creeper at once. I prefer you to scream my name when we're together.
That's... If you want to keep count, I'm not going to, but just try to keep count.
That's... I'm not sure you're helping your case much.
Hey! You are besmirching my honor. I don't take that lightly. There are less besmirchy ways to summon me, you know.
That's true.
Are you angry at me?
Arle?
What do you think?
Pretty much like Tobias.
You expect me to answer to Creeper like it's no big deal? The time has come for me to clear my reputation by assaulting this young girl!
Ugh. Forgot about that one. Well. Let's play some Puyo, okay? Puyo's so hard, Pear. It's so hard. It's so hard. If I just vacuumed up some of his sport. Oh, he's coming back. I'm in second place. I'm in second place. This is a problem.
Brace yourself.
Oh no. Did we win? Okay, we won. Just barely.
The taste of defeat.
I'm dog shit at
We're
Puyo.
number 1! Goo goo!
Now that you're here, we could use your help. So, Arle and Schezo just had this big fight. It might be demonstrative about his character after being very angry and then being beaten in Tetris about what he says next. Let's find out.
So what'd you need me for, anyhow?
Like nothing fucking happened.
We're looking for the Dark Prince.
Is he wrongdoing again?
He's the reason these Tetraminos are falling on Prick Town. And also, that's causing Rilu to act kinda kooky. Goo 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 goo.
Rulu, acting kooky, you say?
I'm going to teach that Dark Prince a lesson he won't forget.
Because Arle still blames Satan.
I don't mean to be a princess advocate, but are you sure he's to blame?
Like a dark prince's advocate. Like a Satan's advocate. Like a devil's advocate. Randomness. With Zuzu, even. Nice to see you. Oh, Debbie, no! Oh, Debbie! Oh, it's Debbie! Oh, it's Debbie! I'm not gonna... Why would you say that, Curate A7X? I'm not gonna do that! When I called my doctor said, hey, pitch, maybe try and lay off that south, you scratch it like an itch. I told the man damn right, and he said, well, that's rude, and then I ate his blood. I love to eat your blood, I love to eat your blood. I put it in my mouth, yeah, that's me eating your blood. And if you say that's bad, well, then I'll say that's good, and then I'll eat your blood. When I faced a batter, they said to me, my friend, you got some weird stains or something on your top, bottom, front end. I said to them, we're not friends. And they said, well, we could. And then I ate his blood. I love to eat your blood. I love to eat your blood. I put it in my mouth, yeah, that's me eating your blood. And if you say I wouldn't, then I'd tell you I would. And then I'll eat your blood. When I called old Elvis, I said to him, hey Fig, you got any of those cherry pies or something? They got the taste I dig. And Elvis said, yeah, sure. And now I almost cut a rug, which is an arcane way of saying that I'd like to dance out of some sense of excitement or whatnot. And then I ate its blood. I love to eat your blood. I love to eat your blood. I put it in my mouth, yeah, that's me eating your blood. And if you say that's not blood, and that's just cherry pie filling, and then I'll eat your blood. Okay, let's get back to Puyo because I really want to get through Act 5 today, and it's already 10 o'clock, so we're pretty much fucked, but I gotta keep going. A good Christian stream? What else is there? Great boundary work. Thank you, Defund.
What are you even saying?
Princess
Stop being
Advocate?
weird.
What are you even saying? Stop
Never mind.
being weird.
Let
Ugh,
us
never
find
mind.
him. We should probe the area.
I forgot that this game has voice lines, so I don't have to read them out. I think that counts as a malapropism.
Really? You'll help us? Hey, wait up!
So, Schezo and Arle aren't friends. He's in fact trying to devour her power. But they ally sometimes, specifically against Satan.
Goo! Goo goo!
That's Carbuncle, who only says goo goo. No. So, if you'll remember, Rulu, who comes from the same magic world as Arle and Schezo and Satan, is possessed, maybe? Rafina and Feli have already been freed, but Rulu hasn't.
Shush, it's
I'm gonna
Rulu.
drink some water while I let this play. Whoa, I didn't know there were Lotas in Puyo Puyo Tetris. This is innovation in game design.
Arle, you said she's being kooky, right?
Yep, sirree. And the Dark Prince is behind it.
Nope, Siri. Sorry.
Huh?
I love
The Dark Prince is not our foe this time.
I love how direct Schezo is when he's not being creepy.
Feel her magic aura. Embrace your training. That power is not of this world.
So, what are you saying?
Someone or something else is making her act this way.
Oh no!
Good morning, Lotad.
I was so cruel to the Dark Prince earlier.
Which is, let me just remind you, I was so mean to Satan earlier. The literal devil, Satan.
Meh, he probably deserved it anyhow.
Schezo.
Let us focus on Rulu. We should advance on her slowly. You stay put while I make advances on her.
Malaprop.
Are you hatching some brilliant game plan?
Just watch and learn. Rulu!
Lotad face Schezo, yeah.
You're interrupting my laugh and my master plan. I will turn this dimension into smithereens.
He tries not to be Got-Your-Zack, but despite himself, he is.
Tisk, tisk. It's a good thing he hasn't seen you like this. You know interdimensional chaos is not what he looks for in a girl.
This is a weird scene.
Tisk, tisk. Your crush, the Dark Prince, would be so disappointed.
This isn't intended to be a brilliant game plan or something, is it? Because it is far from brilliant.
Rulu loves the Dark Prince! Rulu loves the Dark Prince!
Huh? It's working! Everyone! Rulu loves the Dark Prince!
Everybody in chat,
Rulu loves
get your
the
Rulu's
Dark
of the
Prince!
Rulu loves the Dark Prince in chat, please.
Goo 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 goo.
Dimensions. Chaos. Smithereens!
No! Rulu loves the Dark Prince!
Chaos and darkness. Dark Prince.
I'm in love with the Dark Prince!
Yay, we did it, everybody!
Whoa! We cured her without needing to fight! That's a new precedent. I guess love really does conquer all.
Arle! How dare you tease me and trivialize matters of the heart!
Schezo started it.
No one mocks Lady Rulu and escapes in one piece. Not without a battle.
Why me? After all that, we have to battle her anyhow.
It's almost like you always have to battle. Okay. Second round of Puyo. We're counting the number of actual games we're playing in the course of this stream.
Puyo Puyo.
I just fucking forgot how to play Puyo. Holy shit. I should have practiced. I shouldn't have spent so much time working on this fucking PowerPoint. I forgot how to play the game. Yeah, so we're switching back and forth between Puyo and... It's not complicated.
Take that!
Focus up. Build up your stack. Don't try to get quick wins. Do get the back-to-back. Oh, sorry about that. Blob go down. Exactly, Sex Rex. Also, hi. I love a good, we didn't even have to fight before a fight. Exactly. I never understood why you're in love with that Dark Prince guy. Yeesh. Satan actually literally saved Rulu's life from being entrapped by a dangerous vampire and was really good to her and very powerful.
My mind feels so clear now.
Goo-goo.
How'd I get here? What happened?
Wow, I never realized you were so gaga for the Dark Prince.
Really? You didn't?
Crazy for him, huh?
Wait, what? That's literally all she talks about. Arle, the first time you met Rulu, she chased you into a forest with a minotaur because she thought that you were in love with the Dark Prince and was jealous of you. What are you talking about?
And why not? He's strong, strapping, and madcapping.
Look, Harvey, she's her old self again. Goo goo goo!
Are you telling me you don't agree? His radiant nobility, his overwhelming fragrance.
Fragrance?
A tip-top trendsetter, from his tippy horns to his tippy toes.
Oh boy, this could be a while. Schezo, I'm leaving her with you.
What? And you think I don't have anything better to do?
What? You don't have anything better to do? Great! Harvey, let's push onward! Goo 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 goo!
Wait, don't I get a say in this?
Hey, are you even listening? Fine, I'll start over. His radiant nobility.
Make it stop! Make it stop!
Poor Schezo.
And then there's his shimmering emerald locks. Those magnificently curved horns piercing the sky. I forget, did I describe the way his smile makes me shiver?
Yes, twice now.
Then I'll describe it a third time for you.
Ribbit! Ribbit!
Who's this?
Huh? Hey, it's dongurigaeri!
Who's that?
Onion! Onion!
Who's that?
Well, hey there, onion pixie!
Who are these people? Who do you think these could be? I have an answer for you. Let me tell you. We're going back to the PPT. No more sad face. This is so right now we're seeing dongurigaeri and onion pixies. You remember them from Fever, right? Like from alongside Sans Undertale and Akuma and Great Grey Wolf Sif and Foghorn Leghorn and Ocean Prince, except he got eaten by a whale, so not Ocean Prince. You remember them? Well, here they are. Onion Pixie can only say onion, and dongurigaeri can only say ribbit. So other people can't really understand them, except for Maguro, and it's not clear why. but both can understand what everybody else is saying. It's hard, like when you understand but you can't speak back. They have a tough time of it, but they do their best to be cute. Let's see. Onion Pixie's whole thing is that he's a big old tough guy, and he's definitely not cute. He's just a big tough guy. And he's got, And he's got a girlfriend named Oniko, who's in love with him, but also in love with Sig, and that makes OP jealous. Onion Pixie's goal is that he wants everybody to see him as a big, strong, grizzled, tough guy, but everyone's always like, you're so cute, and he gets into a bit of existential despair about it. Meanwhile, dongurigaeri is an acorn frog, and he's actually super chill. People will be like, you're cute, and he's like, ribbit, by which he means, yay, okay. There's actually a whole story segment for both of these characters in Puyo Puyo 20th Anniversary that has subtitles for everything that they're saying, and it turns out that dongurigaeri is a deeply spiritual creature seeking to better himself and find happiness through playing Puyo matches. If threatened, like if somebody says they're going to eat him, which happens to both of these two a lot actually, and it's sad, he can get angry. But he's also astonishingly quick to forgive. There's that details, but most of all they're just cute, and there's not anything deeper going on with it. And Schezo loves cute things. It's his weakness. One of his many weaknesses. So they love those two, and there's no deeper lore going on about it. Except that dongurigaeri might be Amity's adopted brother? I don't know. Anyway. I think that the brother bit is, I think it's just a strange translation of an idiom. But...
And how are you two little cuties doing?
Oh my god, Schezo's so cute.
Hey! Excuse me! I was describing things here.
Well, just stop. I've heard about the curvature of his horns all morning.
Big day.
I'm trying to talk to my adorable friends and you won't shut your lousy yap!
He loves cute things.
Did you just say to me what I think you just said to me?
Look, you're fine. Crisis over. I'm going to go train for a bit. Alone! No lovesick rambling, no monologues, and definitely no more horn curvatures.
He likes being alone. That's where he's like kind of a loner, and he wants to be by himself, and gets a lot of joy from that. The day is mine. All right, last thing of Act 4.
Precious car bunny.
Here's Satan, and he's crying.
I forgive them. I forgive them not. I forgive them.
Oh. Looks like we found the Dark Prince before Arle did. And he's crying? And totally butchering those flower petals. I've seen this before. He's broken inside.
What? What do you mean by that? Dark Prince is voiced by the Smash Bros. Announcer? Oh my gosh.
Pptp.
Why are we stopping, Ringo? Didn't you say before we need to interrogate him? I'll handle this.
No, wait, maybe he...
Hey you, Dark Prince.
They're both low tads. Everybody's low tads now. There are just so many fucking low tads.
And who are you? My name's T. I'm friends with Arle.
Arle?
T, wait! No! You should not mention that name right now!
Huh? Why?
You're the one who poisoned my beloved Arle against me!
No.
Poisoned your beloved?
She's never indicated
Save
that
your breath.
she loves
You'll need
her.
it in the
She loves
Puyo
him.
underworld! Ambush battle! Beep!
Well. Okay, at least I'm playing Tetris on this one.
That's mine!
The goal is to get the highest number of points.
That's mine! Tetris!
Whoa, whoa!
I got it this time!
So, what the fuck? There's a pentamino. That was a Tetris Plus. Everybody, did you see that? Very subtly. I had a 5 long eyepiece, and I stacked it down and I got a Tetris, but I cleared 5 lines. It's a Tetris Plus.
There! There! Fire!
Okay, I didn't do a great job there, but I beat the devil.
I'm the Tetris King!
Is this guy for real? It's all low tad mode, all the way down. His curved horns
Impressive,
are
boy.
so magnificent.
Indeed, quite impressive. Indeed. Quite.
If that had been anything but a Tetris battle, I would have lost.
Ha! Now I shall come at you with my full strength!
A rematch? But that's unheard of.
Yeah, so in this world, they always solve their problems or spend their time by playing Puyo. This is to go even further beyond! But they never rematch immediately. It doesn't happen, it's not allowed.
There you are!
Narratively.
Goo goo!
Oh my! It's Arle and Car Bunny.
I want to apologize for earlier. I was really horrible to you.
Apologizing to Satan. One might say that Arle has sympathy for the devil. I wish that I just realized right now that I should have put that on a soundboard and just been able to press a hotkey and play a little clip of that.
Every cop is a criminal.
But I forgot.
What? That? Don't sweat it.
Talk about a speedy recovery.
Arle, what are you saying? Does this mean the Dark Prince isn't to blame?
I might turn down the opacity a little bit more, even though having it at 69% is pretty nice.
That's right! I learned some things when we ran into Rulu and Schezo.
Good morning, Lifepad.
Ringo! Arle! I'm back! Hey gang, it's Amity! Looks like we all found each other. Hey, Dark Prince, do you still want to tell us who's to blame?
Well, just think about it. Someone is behind merging the dimensions. So they must be powerful, right? But they must also be able to travel between dimensions.
Oh? Someone who travels between dimensions? Do we know someone like that?
He's laughing at you beyond the clouds. It's too high for you to ever reach. Not in a million years. Alas, I'm afraid you'd need a starship.
Good news! We got one of those!
Yeah, they have a starship.
What? You've already got one? When did that happen?
Yep, and he's all fixed up by now, I'm sure.
Well, then in that case, you'll get there just fine. But alas, I cannot join you. My place is here, in this world. Someone must finish clearing all these tetraminos. And someone must help rebuild, even if it means all by his princely self.
He's just trying to show off to Arle, but I actually do believe that he's going to clear some tetraminos.
Great! I'm sure you'll handle it. Let's go, everyone else!
I think he's also just trying to get Arle's sympathy and get her to not go.
Goo-goo!
Great work, Satan. May knows.
Pee-pee!
We unlocked Schezo, everybody. Congratulations. We unlocked Felly, everybody. Congratulations. Alrighty. We finally made it to Act 5. It'll be smooth sailing from here. It will be smooth sailing from here.
We're back at the crash site.
Remember, this is the start of Act 5. I guess Satan wasn't such a bad guy all along. You know it.
And it looks like the Tetra's in good shape.
Wow. They actually fixed her up.
Pee-pee-pee!
Much of the thanks goes to my new friend, Risukuma here. He was instrumental in the repairs.
Ah, don't mention it. It's kind of ironic when you think about it. We became such close friends getting your ship ready. But that just means saying goodbye is even harder now.
That's true. But no matter where we travel among the
They're
stars,
saying goodbye.
I'll never forget the fun we had.
Aw.
And I'll miss you, S.
Artifact, I'm sorry.
I'll miss you too. I mean, probably.
I guess Maguro and S kind of have a thing, maybe?
You were a big help fixing the Tetra.
Mine did too, Heart. Is that me? The stream health looks okay. Let me know.
You mean it? You'll really miss me?
Maguro
Hey,
usually
twist
isn't
my
flustered
words.
by people. So, like, him being flustered, because he's the charmer. Like, his curtain bangs hide the fact that his eyes can charm anybody.
I might miss you, but not for another week or so. Sheesh.
S and Maguro sitting in a tree. Maguro and S sitting in a tree.
P-U-O-O-I-N-G. Sorry, I messed that up.
That's the dumbest song I've ever heard, you two!
Doesn't sound so horrible to me.
Ooh.
Captain, it is time for us to depart.
Okay, everybody, game's ending.
Right. Thank you, everyone.
Take care, T.
Ringo.
Aren't we forgetting one small detail? You are not leaving us behind!
Arle and Amity are still trapped in their worlds. They need to go home.
P-P-P-P! But Tetraminos are still falling. And there's still Puyos in the Constellation Zone. This mystery is still wide open as far as I see it. Oh my gosh, she's right. I thought our mission was all over.
Sounds like it's just getting started.
The Dark Prince said something interesting for once. The culprit is someone who can travel between dimensions. T, I'd like to go with and look for him. I have a feeling our part in this mission isn't over yet. Is that all right?
We get to be together.
You bet it is.
A little longer.
Let's get this sideshow on the road. Huh? You're coming too? Naturally. You expect me to sit around here all day? Well then, it's settled. Prepare to depart.
Absolute plot
SS
twist.
Tetra,
The game
to
isn't
the
actually
stars!
over.
There's so much space out here in space.
Who's that?
T, the being we're looking for is named Ekolo.
Who's that? This is Ekolo.
He's out here somewhere.
Somewhere is a pretty large area.
No one sees Ekolo.
Yeah, any idea where to start? Guys,
No one hears Ekolo.
I think the answer's been under our noses this whole time.
No one remembers Ekolo.
There he is!
Except her.
Egad! That blob's been staring at us this whole time.
Who's Ekolo?
That's Ekolo?
Who's Ekolo?
P-P-P-P-P-P-P! Didn't someone mention a drooling guy?
Drooling guy.
How dare you sit there and eavesdrop and drool all over?
Ekolo. Who's Ekolo?
Hey, he's getting away! Get back here, Ekolo!
Who's Ekolo?
Jazz fingers!
Alright, everybody. We have a new character! And this one I'm really excited to show you all off. You see this big fish guy? This is Suketoudara, and I have a whole thing to show you. So this is Suketoudara. He's one of 3 characters we're about to meet that are all monsters from Madou Monogatari, who got turned into reoccurring characters. Remember that series? Madou Monogatari? This is what his original model looked like, which is so cool. I love Suketoudara's original design. I'm actually going to read verbatim from the Puyo Nexus. Here's this. Suketoudara, which literally translates to Alaska pollock, is a fish with sexy arms and legs. He always greets people with a loud fish and loves to show off his mad dancing skills. That's only missing one thing about his character, which is that he likes puns, and he'll be making fish puns this entire time. That's it. There's no, and I mean it this time, I don't have any more lore about suketoudara. I do want to take this opportunity to show you a bunch of other monsters from Madou Monogatari, some of which show up later, but some of which don't, because I've done a lot to talk about the kind of horror and difficulty of the Madou universe. Like I said, the instability and the violence. But there's a big sense of humor that's also part and parcel with it. So here are some others. Big Pecker. Cerberus. Gay. Nightmare. Phantom God. Red Lobster. Rock. Seth. Fuck. Sword Beast? Suketoudara. The test body is an experimental body whose flesh is rooted to the exit of Schezo's dungeon in the PC-98 version of Madou Monogatari 2. Its purposes are unknown other than keeping Arle from leaving. It's possible that the victims of Schezo, after their powers have been taken, were fed to it. Schezo transfers his own consciousness into it to try to kill her one final time. Toe-to-toe. Tay-to-tay. Violence Monkey. Hey! Suketoudara! Hey! I'm going to think about gay. Everybody think about gay. Also, seeing everybody get gays in the chat, a wonderful moment. What was that about a false god list? No, it's Phantom God. Don't worry about it. Gay, 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 gay. Yes, exactly. Jazz fingers.
Ah! Face fish!
Baby old Suketoudara's here to turn all your wishes to fishes. I got the swishes, oh so funkalicious, moving, grooving without stitches.
What the heck's going on?
Screaming loud enough to be heard in the vast vacuum of space. In space, no one can hear you scream. Except S. And you can hear S's scream.
I hate big ugly fish!
Well, this is a weird thing, right? To have a thing against big fishes? I get eaten by the worms and big fishes.
Well, excuse me for having some soul, lady.
You need to go! Now! Shoo! Shoo!
Aww.
If you don't go, then I'm going to battle you!
Oh, you want a battle, miss? You got one!
Handsome fish? Literally, his job is just to have sexy arms and legs. And to say puns.
Check me out!
Use it to my ears!
So, you know this fish guy?
Oh, fish cakes!
I knew I'd win!
Shoo, please go away. Nice, right?
Please go!
These guys are shellfish. I feel downright fish treated here.
Hey, dancing fish man. why are you up here?
Ringo always asks the important questions.
Not to play coy, but I'm not sure, actually. I was just doing my thing, and I felt something tugging me, so I came.
People trying to...
Here's what you do when life hands you a lemon, baby cakes.
People trying to eat minor characters in this game is a reoccurring theme. Like suketoudara, dongurigaeri, and fucking onion pixies. I'll deal with that.
You shake your halibut and you dance.
Gee, I feel like we could learn so much from you.
A pun counter would have been good.
Hey, Ringo, don't forget our mission.
Oh, right. We need to find Ecolo.
Who's Ecolo?
Bye, Mr. Fish.
The heck? You just gonna up and leave like I'm some sort of weirdo? Don't make old suketoudara swim solo!
Oh, poor guy.
Well. Those cats really left me behind. Guess I'm just a big fish in an even bigger pond.
Poor guy.
Yeah, just me and a sea of stars. And that other fish face. Oh my God!
Hey, quick thing. This is quick. No Wii music for this. Remember that Puyo Puyo fever stuff? Remember Ocean Prince? Remember Ocean... Just kidding! Yeah, I lied. I said that Ocean Prince wasn't in this game, but Ocean Prince is in this game. Oh, I just realized I've been leaving you on, with no backend. Well, there it is. Ocean Prince is in this game. He doesn't have any story context, and I explained pretty much everything I want to explain about him. He does feature more in PPT too.
Where'd you come from?
It is a pleasure to meet you. I am the Ocean Prince. Prince Shelbrick III at your service. Charmed, I'm sure. You see, I was fleeing from my butler, and, well, I wound up here somehow.
Well, Slugger, you certainly got yourself in quite a pickle. Got any idea where you are?
Got any idea where you are?
Nope. But now you're here to take me back.
This clownfish ain't hearing a word I'm saying. Look, chum, I've been floundering around these parts a while now.
Silence! All we need to do is pop some Puyo's, fish brain. You pop enough and it teleports you to another world. Now let's hustle!
Hoy! Guess I should show this honky-tonk how to hustle.
Interesting. Fascinating.
Who's this?
You line up the blocks and... Oh! That's all?
Okay, everybody. So who's this? Well, this is Witch. This is her early model from, I think this is the PC98 Madou Monogatari, and she had a broom. A mop, excuse me. She's a witch. She's apprenticed to her grandmother, who's named Wish. I don't know anything about her mother before her, but there's a grandmother named Wish, and Witch, who's named Witch. And they're both Wish is a witch and Witch is a witch. Witch is kind of hyperactive and often not quite on the ball. She'll often make big mistakes with her potion making and isn't practical with what potions she chooses to make. Wait, Witch is a witch? Yes. That's another one of her original models. She's been an antagonist, but she's also one of the friendlier people to Arle in her universe. Apropos of nothing, here's her cosplaying as Arle from Dr. Slump? Which is which? Yes. Another detail important about her is that she probably is in love with Arle. There are 2 instances, one in a light novel and then one in Puyo Puyo Sun, I think, of her expressing the fact of great affection on it, but she hides it really well. So I think that Witch has a gay crush on Arle. A really big gay crush on Arle, but doesn't talk about it. And it's just kind of ditzy and fun gay character. A gay baby witch, relatable, exactly. It's definitely not complicated.
Bet I could use this as an ingredient for a new potion.
Witch is always enterprising, looking to acquire new materials for her potions, including when she should perhaps refrain. There's I think she's active, but she might be retired, a realtor in DC known as Gay Ruth Horny.
Who's the girl with the funny hat?
Oh, boysenberry. Guess she got warped up here too. You there! I need a magic assistant. Wanna help?
Huh? Me?
Yes, you. I'm doing an experiment with these blocks, but I need someone to help me.
Some of the Puyo characters, everybody else, are learning Tetris either by being shown by the Tetris people or by learning themselves, like Witch.
Are you challenging me to a battle?
Exactly, Tante. Witch doesn't know which way the block goes. So, oh no, I have to play Puyo. Single color Puyo.
Try this potion.
Wow. I wish I'd gotten that earlier. Block sometimes goes up. Jimmy, literally when?
I'm the Tetris King.
Literally when? I'm confused. Was that part of the experiment? I guess so.
Ah, I see now. Thank you for your help. You were a good assistant. Have a nice day.
Does she even realize that she's up in space?
Probably not.
It's impressive.
She's very focused, you might say.
Are you two done? We gotta follow this trail of drool before it disappears. P-P-P-P!
Character only says P.
Roar! Where am I? Nothing about this place looks familiar.
Who do you all think this is? Huh? This isn't gay. This is Draco Centaurus. She's just kind of a tomboy dragon figure who always thinks that she's participating in beauty contests. She's a little bit slow in that regard. Somebody will challenge her to a Puyo match and she'll be like, oh, is this a beauty contest? Draco's really sweet though. She runs around, she tries to be very tough, she's got little horns. And she's another one of these monsters from the Madou Monogatari series that just became a reoccurring character. I think the fans just like her a lot. This is what she originally looked like, so also pretty cool. In Puyo Puyon, she also looked like this. She's a martial artist. She uses a little magic, but mostly she uses her fire breath. Notably, she and Satan have no relation. Well, that's not true. Satan, they're not related, but Draco, Draco Centaurus, which is the full name of the creature, well, there's that one harem scene. I bet they're friends. But yeah, no, they're not, they're really not related. She's not a Satan. I haven't lied, but I've misled you all, or misdirected you all perhaps a fair bit. So if you don't believe me, that's fine. I don't think she's related to Satan. I don't really have a lot else on her. She's cool. This is her in an Eva 02 outfit from the Puyo Puyo Gacha game that had crossovers with other franchises. I get the similarities, and honestly, I didn't notice them quite as much as I did today. This is her as like a basketball manager or something. And this is her crying, which she's wanting to do. As the current pose, we'll see her when we get back to the game. Not a lot to tell. Draco's cool. Both green hair. Stop it. Stop drawing connections. Stop drawing connections and being inquisitive people with who are interested to learn more information. What a horrible thing to be in Puyo class.
And where'd all those weird blocks come from? There's no water. And no food. I bet I'm super duper adorable as a damsel in distress.
She just loves being cute, because she has this cute and tough thing back and forth with her.
Why's no one here to see me being so adorable? I am the worst luck ever! I hope someone finds me before I starve so they can see how cute I am!
Pee-pee? Huh? What's this chubby little thing? I wonder if I can eat it.
So eating characters is unfortunately a trope that also extends past dongurigaeri and onion pixie and suketoudara and Nasugrave, who isn't in this game, to Pee-pee. Is she okay? I honestly can't tell.
Pee-pee! Hey, sorry, pal. But it's survival of the fittest out here! Pee-pee-pee-pee!
Okay.
Easy peasy!
Okay, I think I might be able to show you some cool spins this time. So we're back in the theater mode. Good. For this game, will she eat O? We never see the timeline where she does, but assumedly yes. Almost there. Oops. Capcom's Rules Kept Secret finally got announced. What's that? L spins. I mean, Blue Ricky spins. Ace Attorney Collection enabled. Cool. Anyway, we just fucking beat the crap out of Draco. PP. PP. P. And nice, right?
Unfair. The chubby thing's able to make those blocks disappear. I don't like when looks are deceiving.
Oh, doesn't give a fuck.
Is he gonna eat me?
Hey there.
Ringo! Ringo, who's probably been here the whole time.
Huh? We're lost. Do you see a black, drooling, shadowy guy sailing by?
Oh, yeah. Keep on going and make a right up ahead. Then head left when the road ends. Can't miss.
There's a road? They're in space.
Gee, thanks.
You deserve a reward. I'm broke or I'd give you one.
Okay.
We're almost there, gang.
Pee-pee!
What a bunch of weirdos.
They just leave her there.
And now I'm all alone again. And hungry.
No, I love Liddell way too much. I love Liddell way too much to be able to continue right now, because I don't think I can do her justice in the time allotted. So we're not going to be able to finish Act 5 today. But we did manage to get through pretty much a whole act of material and actually play some stuff. We had the schezo presentation, we talked through Ocean Prince, well, I showed you the funny Ocean Prince video. You don't need to look at Liddell's sobbing face, because there's so many other things to look at. Next time isn't going to be schezo, because we talked about schezo. The next episode has kind of a little bit of a different flavor. And that'll happen a week from today. We have to talk about Ekolo. Ekolo's not complicated lore-wise. Really not. Ekolo's a relatively recent character. But Ekolo doesn't come from Suzerain. And Ekolo doesn't come from Primp. And Ekolo doesn't come from Magic World. Ekolo comes from none of these places. But how did Ringo know Ekolo's name? Evelyn Violet? That's what we're going to talk about. I have a lot of strong feelings about Ekolo, so I hope you'll join me next week. Thank you all for joining the pptppt Part 3 today. Next week we'll have the pptppt Part 4, and I look forward to seeing you all in class. This has been twitch.tv/bedsource, coming to you live from my sick couch in the Chronic Illness Autonomous Zone. I've been your host, Alyssa, here with my co-host and transcriptionist, Earl. Take care, and do your best. Gay, gay, gay. Gay, 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 gay. Gay, 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 gay.
When the spell hits your head and you're suddenly dead, that's a schezo. When it blasts through your brain and you're filled with disdain, that's a schezo.